This is Elm Bonsai, collected last spring. It appeared in my first video I made 1 year ago. This is also elm, the second one, which was also in the black bag video. Today I will tell you what happened with the first tree, and on a second tree I will try to improve Nebari. I will do the ground layer to generate better roots this season. This tree was collected in spring 2023. As you can see, originally the tree was sitting in a plastic container. This spring I decided I will check how the roots look like, and now you can see it on a video from repotting that roots were amazing and really a lot of roots were created. Unfortunately, when the tree was collected, there was a huge underground part of a trunk which need to be reduced drastically, as you can see, removed, and it was a little bit risky operation, but I needed to fit it into this shallow ceramic pot. Now, around 2 months since repotting, you can see the tree is doing really well. What I did to the tree in autumn last year, I cut back all the growth from 23, reduce it to this height. You can see the cuts on the branches where they were shortened, and all this is 24 growth, really vigorous grower. Now the tree could slowly be developed into broom bonsai. It's a long way ahead. This kind of project needs really a lot of time. I don't know how much, but most probably it's not possible to do it under maybe 10-20 years. I'm not sure. I haven't seen really good how-to video or article how to do this kind of bonsai. If you saw really good resource on how to build broom style bonsai from this kind of material, drop me info into the comment section. I will try to work on a tree in the best possible way with available information. So let it grow, cut back, let it grow, cut back, rinse and repeat for many years, and we will see how it will look like. I will remove all the growth from the trunk. I will remove most probably this root because it's in different level compared to other parts of Nebari. Speaking about the roots, this is the main difference between this tree and this tree. Of course, this one wasn't cut at all. I will bring it to the table soon. So this one wasn't reduced. All the growth you see is 23-24 growth together. So not single branch was cut from this trunk. So this one was reduced, this one was let to grow. The thing is, on a broom style bonsai, you need to have perfect radial Nebari with tiny roots, with good root flare going into all directions. As you can see on repotting video, this tree doesn't have so good Nebari, but it was repotted. I tried to do it this way. I removed a couple of really big roots, and most probably I can do it this way, that I will reduce the big roots from this Nebari, and continuously with every consecutive repotting try to improve this Nebari. I'm not sure it is the best approach to create the Nebari on broom style tree as fast as possible. Most probably the layering method will be better. So that's why on a second tree I will try to layer and create new level of Nebari from fresh roots. And I can compare this approach on this tree with approach on the second tree. It's a little experiment, so I will see which approach will bear better results. I will do few cuts here and there on this tree, and then I will continue. You can see a lot of fresh roots from repotting. Just in 2 months, everything white is new fresh roots. As you can see on the video from repotting from March this year, the tree created tremendous amount of roots just in one season. So it just confirms that elms are fantastic trees for bonsai development because fast root growth is very helpful because it enables to really quickly develop Nebari you want, and it's giving strength to the tree. What I will do now, that there are 3 branches growing from single point, I will remove the bottom one, and most probably I keep those 2. It's not optimal time to do some really important things like this because you are not seeing into the structure what is hidden there. I saw the video from some Japanese channel where they are developing broom trees from seedlings, and they are binding together with a piece of string all the growth together like this and keep it together. I don't know. I believe they know what they are doing, but I don't know if it will be clever thing to do on this kind of tree with rather mature trunk already, because this trunk is thick. The original tree must have been around 20 years old already, so it's different approach and different type of material. Yeah, for now I will keep it like this, and on a place like you can see here where there is a gap between 2 branches, I will do small V-shaped cut with the Dremel, but not today, a little bit later. It's too late, I don't want to make a noise. So on a few places I will carve it like Mr. Ebihara was doing on his trees, to open the wound and not have only flat wound. You can see, maybe you can see it on a camera, how the wound looks like now. It's really a lot of growth, radial, all around the periphery of the cut, and it's growing everywhere. So it's good beginning. I think it's a good beginning. Already sitting in a very shallow pot. Of course, the developing this kind of Nebari, which is necessary for broom style, will take a lot of time. But most probably with this kind of rapid growth of elm of this species, I can repot this tree season by season and work aggressively on roots and develop the optimal root flare, and most probably it will be possible to achieve rather good result very soon. So that's it with this tree. It will go here now. This tree wasn't repotted in spring. It's sitting in this pot since April 2023. It was collected most probably same week as this one. Contrary to previous tree, this one wasn't cut back at all. So you can see how much of growth this kind of tree is able to produce in a single season. Now I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to make new roots here with ground layering, because with, you see, with the roots like this, you cannot really most probably make nice optimal broom style tree. So on previous tree I start to remove big roots from the Nebari and try to develop it in the pot. On this one I will do another approach. Let's see how this will work out. I just remove few really bad branches which will not used in any way in design. I will leave all other branches, because as I said in previous video, you can check it here, the foliage on the tree. You know, big leaves and a lot of foliage is generating energy and sugars, which in my opinion, when I will do the ground layer here, all this energy which is created by the foliage will help to feed the new roots, and all the hormones which will travel in the branches down through this trunk will hit the place where I will remove the bark. All this energy will be concentrated here. In my opinion, and I think it's nothing new, I think it's conservative approach. The more foliar growth above ground layer or air layer place on a trunk, the better for the faster development of the roots. So just only few unnecessary branches growing inside. So you can see this one is growing into. Okay, so the rest will stay there. When I will remove the layer, I will cut down the growth and reduce it to this height, most probably this height. What I'm going to do now is that I'm going to cut the ring of the bark, scratch the xylem on the trunk, apply the root hormone to top part of the ring. I will use this mesh to create the place for the moss. I will apply the moss there into this meshed place. I will water it and I will leave it like this. I will try to make a ring from the plastic so I can attach it to the trunk, so the roots will not grow down, but they will grow only in horizontal direction. So we will see how it will play out. Let's go and do it. So rough part is done, whole ring is removed. I will clean the cut so it's more even. Obviously it doesn't need to be completely even. I've seen the job done also with the waves and with uneven shape of the cutted area. It makes some sense. I was reading why they are doing it with a wave shape, and basically the answer is, if you are not doing normal ring but V shape like teeth on the top section of the cut, you increase the length of the area where potential roots could be created. It makes some sense, but this tree is rather thin, so doesn't make a lot of sense, and I want the roots to be completely radially distributed. So let's see how it will play out. I'm not really skilled in doing this kind of job. I haven't done it like many times. I done it few times, but this is what is happening, yeah, in our hobby, that most of the time you are doing something for the first time. Sometimes you have some trainer or you are on a workshop or some advisor, but many times you are alone. You are doing this job on yourself, just studying magazines, books, or watching YouTube videos. That's how it is in our hobby. So you need to be brave and make tough decisions yourself. This is part of the game. Of course, it's better if you have somebody who will help you first time, maybe second time, to navigate how to do the job. But be prepared to work on your own. Most of the time you will work on yourself. I think I scratched it just enough. So the hormone will be applied to top section of this cut. This is where the callus will start to form and where potentially new roots will form. Let's try to do the ring from the plastic. It's fitting nicely. So what I will do, I will make a few holes and I will bind it with a piece of wire. I think it's enough. The plastic will prevent the roots growing down. If you push the moss around the cut area, usually the roots start to grow immediately down and in search for water and nutrients. So then when you are removing the tree from the old roots, you need to straighten the roots. It's a rather delicate job. So this kind of plastic disc or steel washers or concrete, which I saw recently, are good methods to build really flat Nebari. So I will use this kind of stimulator. I'm using it for my cuttings. I'm using it first time for this kind of job. So I will just gently paint it, apply it around the cut area. I will apply a little bit of zeolite just below the ring, so it's supported and I don't have to use so much moss. So I will make a ring from the mesh. So now I will fill this place with the moss, normal moss, nothing special. I just wetted it. That's enough of moss. The problem with moss in the garden is that if you have healthy environment, you have a lot of birds, and birds like the bugs which are in the moss. So if you are not protecting it and not covering it, they will dig there and they will make a really big mess from this. So it's better to protect it somehow. Sometimes I put zeolite rocks on it so the birds cannot dig in this. I bought some tree from garden center and they had this kind of coconut protection for the winter on maple. So I'm going to put it there around. It will help to keep it wet, but also it will protect it. So, okay, I will just keep it like it is. That's it. I will leave it like this. This is elm. So most probably the elm is able to produce the roots very fast. Most probably in 2 months time there will be roots, but if it will be till autumn, no problem. I can keep it like it is without separation till next spring. But in case there will be roots growing when I will be checking it in the summer, maybe I will separate it earlier, depends, we will see. So this from today's elm broom episode. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.